Well, Rise of the Beast is about a month away now. Are people excited? Oh yeah. But apparently, people are pissed off too? While some people are pissed off at this guy, myself included, for making weird claims about timelines in the movie, I'm referring to something else. No, not that one. Yeah, this is what I mean. People have been absolutely losing their over this design. Honestly, from an objective standpoint, I think people are overreacting a little bit. I think this design is just fine. But then again, I also like this. So take that how you will. You know, that really got me thinking what you people did in 2002 when this thing showed up. Everyone, this is Armada Wheeljack, which is released in the Armada line in 2002. Or 3. I wasn't really into Transformers yet. But I can already hear most of you thinking, Treebot, vehicle modes don't really matter. And to that I say, woo-hoo, boy, are you in for a treat. Now, vehicle mode wise, I am a big fan, even though I don't know what it's based off of. But it's a still really cool car nonetheless. Now, detailing wise, this thing has some good stuff going for it. On the front, he's got some nice little vents, which I hope lead to the engine to get air to. Otherwise, these would be pointless. He's also got some molded in fold down headlights, which is kind of cool. He has some very nice gold wheels, which are not pretentious, shut up. And he's also got a very cool looking spoiler with double intakes. I guess the intakes are to let more air flow between the spoiler. I don't know. Now here's the first level of contention people take with this guy. What is going on here? Yeah, you can see there's a very nice molded in Autobot logo with a slash into it. But there's one thing underneath it. A Decepticon logo. Here we go. Yep, Wheeljack's a traitor in Armada. I'll explain that later, but it is a very derivative version of the character. So let's talk features. This guy rolls really well for a car transformer. Great job. And since he's Armada, we get to talk about a Minicon. Side review. So everyone, this is Windshear. And honestly, he's one of the best Minicons in Armada, period. I mean, his detail is on point just as well as Wheeljack's is. He's got a really nice color scheme with the red, green, and yellow. Really, there's nothing bad I can say about this guy. Feature-wise, he's about as plain as a Minicon is. I mean, he's got little guns on the front that you can shoot people with. And of course, what's most important with most jet transformers, you can just have him flying along. Hey David, add in a Jetson sound real quick. So obviously, another feature with him being an Armada figure is you take our little buddy Windshear here and just plug him onto the top, and now he can sit there as they drive along as little buddies. So you can get that whole thing going on. Or, of course, you can push him in on either one of these. So it's pretty normal for an Armada figure, but that's not where it ends, of course. I didn't push it in all the way on the gimmick. So you've got him sitting here for the gimmick, right? And you just push it down, and the doors come up. He's got gull-wing doors with missile pods. However, I don't have the missiles, unfortunately, but that is a cool feature. It's definitely like very spy car-ish, and he still rolls just fine. You just have an option to have basically an attack mode, and it's, for once, an attack mode that I like. So yeah, these are a very fun pair in vehicle mode. Let's transform them. Now, transformation for these guys, well, it's Armada. You can basically do it with your eyes closed, blindfolded, and asleep all at once. As for Wind Shear, robot mode-wise, he's just a little guy, you know? He's pretty small. There's really nothing bad you can say about Wind Shear here, honestly. He's just a mini-con. Now, as we steer away from Wind Shear and start getting into Wheeljack, you might notice a slight problem.
It's side swipe.
You know, I'm sure this was just an oversight by Hasbro in the naming process, but this thing really does look a lot like Sideswipe in G1. No escaping it.
Well, then why aren't we calling him Sideswipe?
See, we couldn't call this thing Sideswipe because... But yes, as I've said with the chest detail here, Wheeljack is a turncoat Decepticon in the show. But honestly, this figure, despite the confusion, is a very nice figure. I mean, the colors work here really well with the greens and the yellows. Despite the yellow not being accurate to the show, it still looks very, very nice. Also, the white and gold on the face works really well, and there is no denying at this point that it's a Sideswipe. As for the rest of the figure, it is also very, very well detailed. On the side here, you've got a molded-in Decepticon symbol, which now there's no doubting that he's on the Decepticon side. And it looks really nice. There's no other way of putting it. It's 3D and everything. And then on the legs here, you can tell that there's some nicely molded in detail, as usual with Armada figures, to be honest. And as you go down the legs, you can see on the feet, there's some little piston details in there. And honestly, it's good. I'm here for it. I can't complain. Overall, it's a well-detailed figure. It needs to. Can't complain. Now, articulation for this guy, it's an Armada figure, so don't expect too much. The head is static. That's kind of normal on a lot of Armada characters and figures. So the shoulders go all the way around. It's very tight, and I'm kind of glad that it is because I feel like this part would be really annoying if it was really loose. So that's a plus for me. The arms go outwards at that spot right there, at the bicep. I don't know. It's strange, but I'll take it. The elbow does exactly what it's supposed to do, so good on that. And then the wrists is another thing I take contention with a little bit. This one goes all the way around as it should, but this one does not have any wrist articulation. I don't understand what's going on there. Whatever. They were doing weird stuff like that back then. The legs, the thigh goes backwards and forwards, and the knee swivels for some reason, and also there is a knee bend, but you have to transform it, so you're gonna get a really loose knee if you do that, so I'd recommend just not using it. So it's not too bad for what it is. Now, Wind Shear, the little guy, we've got not much, but it's all right. It's all right. It's there. So he's got a forward movement, if you count that as a forward movement there. It's a little bit of transformation, but oh well. And then he's got a back movement right there. And then his legs move forward that much and back that far, and they are ball jointed at the knee. So he gets some good movement there, and his feet have a little play in them. However, he does not have a neck swivel just like his partner. So he's just fine for a mini-con. This pair is just fine. Does exactly what it needs to be for an Armada figure. It's a brick fest, but oh well. Overall, if I'm being honest, this figure has aged a little bit. But then again, so have you. How does that make you feel? But no, this figure is really fun. I don't have a problem with it. It does exactly what it's meant to do as an Armada figure. It doesn't have too much articulation, but it's still fun to play around with. And honestly, that vehicle mode is to die for. It is a really cool car mode. Now, if you get Hotshot in on the act, they look really, really good together as rivals. And he looks really good just standing with the other two Decepticon goons, well, at least the main ones from Armada, because those are the only two I have, but it's a really cool figure.
My point being, Rise of the Beast has not been the first time that there has been a departure from a character. And it won't be the last time. So shut up, dickhead.
As always, I've been Treebot Reviews. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and I'll see you all in the next one. Keep growing your collections.